Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Southern Craft Manufacturing is dedicated to creating the finest quality and greatest value products in the death care industry. Southern Craft has perfected blending old world craftsmanship with modern manufacturing technologies to create a full line of steel, wood, and corrugated caskets. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Southern Craft is now looking to hire local and regional truck drivers, welders, and production workers, each with great starting pay and a benefits package. For more information, visit SouthernCraftMFG.com. Let me tell you about a place that has it all for your home, bedroom, kitchen, lawn, and more. It's a home-owned and home-operated business that's been around for over 70 years, so you know they're doing something right. At Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg, you'll find top name brands for every room of your house, and top brands for the outside too. Looking for appliances, televisions, couches, safes, bedding, mowers, and well, the list goes on. So make the drive today to 824 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg and be treated right.
If you're looking for a company that can do it all when it comes to building, look no further than Tennessee Properties. From new home builds to remodels and commercial projects, our contractors work hard to give your space a new life from planning to finishing touches. Whether it's new interiors or dirt work, they see your big picture without forgetting the small details. In the market for a new home, they partnered with Freeman Development to bring new homes to the Oak Hill subdivision of Lawrenceburg. That's Tennessee Properties, licensed and insured. Call today or visit Tennessee.com.
Good Works at Home, formerly known as the Summit at Home, is a licensed non-skilled agency dedicated to helping you maintain your independence at home for as long as possible. Our compassionate and caring staff provide support in various areas, including dressing, bathing, personal hygiene, transportation, cleaning, and companionship. Please call our office about services, payment options, and long-term care policies at 931-762-2310. We look forward to assisting you with keeping your independence longer.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Hey, and welcome everybody here to X Sports Today. AJ Good with Michael Marks. Brian Gobble's away doing Jesus things, because he's involved in his ministry, so we never have him on Wednesday. And he'll resurrect and come back some of the other days. But we've got some really busy times here. Taylor is tracking, Snowmageddon or Ice-mageddon, Rain-mageddon.
Yeah, whatever it ends up being.
Whatever we're getting.
Yeah.
No pun intended around here, which, it looks like we were going to get 20 inches yesterday. Today, it looks like all rain and snow.
Yeah.
And you said it best. We'll find out when it gets
We'll find out when it gets here, because yesterday it was trending south. Today it's trending north. We'll figure out when it gets here, folks. You can get mad at them if their prediction isn't what you want, but we'll find out when it gets here. They've given you every different view for it, so you've got time to prepare.
Yeah, just be patient and and give them a lot of grace. It's so hard to predict what something is going to do that is thousands of feet above your head. Mm-hmm. And everyone's like, man, the weather people are never right. Well, you wouldn't be right in this job either, so shut up.
Yeah, I was about to say, your guess would be just as good as mine.
Yeah. And by the way, those models change every 4 hours. How would you like it if something in your job changed every 4 hours?
I mean, I would say I kind of know how it is with us.
We get in on the sports side of things, but that's different up there. Yeah. Yeah, people's jobs, schools. Mm-hmm. We love what we do, but no one's school day is going to be affected by what by what we do, unless we just piss somebody off really bad. No, it's happened before. But Mike, we had some good games last night, and it's kind of an impromptu Exports Live. Mm-hmm. But Summertown Loretto, the girls are playing behind us right now, but sweep for Loretto, and both of them kind of went exactly the same way, back and forth in the first half, with Loretto kind of extending a little bit going into halftime. Third quarter, they take over. Fourth quarter, they separate. I mean, both games went exactly the same way last night.
Yeah, and it was really big. I was doing some stats yesterday, looking at the boys' team and trying to figure out, because they've struggled this year compared to last year,
Right.
and where those struggles come from. It's the first quarter. They're scoring about 9.5 points a quarter, giving up about 12.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference.
Yeah.
I believe the final score at the end of the first quarter yesterday was 13 or 14 to 12. That was big, getting off to a hot start. On the boys' side, Colin Wilkerson, 25 points.
Yeah,
he was
awesome.
huge.
He was great.
Mason Tidwell was 16. Jaden Aaron with 10.
Yeah.
I believe this is the first time this season they've had 3 different guys in double figures. That's huge for the offense. And you could tell they looked a little different. I believe it was 65 points. That was the most they had scored in district play this year. It seems that maybe at the best time that things are turning around for the Mustangs.
Yeah, absolutely. And the girls, they just look good. Sophie Weathers and Allie Augustine just kind of really pacing the rest of that bunch and doing a great job. Everyone else is chipping in, but man, they've really stepped up this year.
Yeah, Augustine 25 last night. Sophie had 24. I mean, you have two players combining for 50 points.
Yeah.
That's tough to stop.
Yeah.
And the players around them, Kinley Stutz, Lily Augustine, Alexa Crosby, and even some of the girls off the bench like Jessie Chance, Chloe Craig, Shanna Fisher, they play their roles.
Yeah.
They know what they need to do when they come in the game, and they do it well. And you've started to see that once they kind of got into that rotation, that they figured out their roles and they've played their best basketball of the season so far.
Yeah, and Lawrence County girls go on the road, literally lead from start
Until almost
they won every quarter except the fourth. And the fourth they've done that just about against every really good team they've played. Awesome for the first 3 quarters, fall apart in the fourth. And I said to McKinney Wheely, was calling the game with me. I was like, they need a good fourth quarter start. They can't come out and be stagnant here. And it's exactly what they did. And Tullahoma's too good to allow that to happen. And they kind of got caught up. And then on the boys' side, I mean, that Tullahoma team is senior laden and they're huge.
Yeah.
Not the most skilled team, but they work hard, they play hard, they work really well together, and they're huge.
Yeah. Listen, if you've got a team with size that's well coached and they play together, you can't ask for a lot more than that, because at that point, skill isn't too big of an issue, because obviously if you're going to be playing basketball, high school basketball at the 4A level in Tennessee, you're going to be pretty good. But yeah, that's just a tough battle for Lawrence County. It's a long trip out there, and Tullahoma's boys have been really, really good this year. And like you mentioned, big and physical, and that's kind of what won them the game last night.
State runners up, and they certainly proved it last night. And and then everything's been moved up. I mean, Lawrence County's got Marshall County. It's supposed to be the Big Kahuna game. They're still going to sell the stuff and do what they normally do for Big Kahuna, but they're not going to announce the winner until the next home game, which is the following Tuesday.
They got all the games on Friday. That's when all the scores are decided for those.
Yeah, I know. It's a little odd, but hey, this they're having to adjust. And obviously, you can't do things the way you want to because of the weather, and you adjust on the fly, and they'll. Maybe they'll let them stretch it out and get all that great food and make some more money for all these clubs at the same time.
I say Big Kahuna is always a ton of fun. It brings in a ton of money, and it's great for the school. It feels like it really brings the whole community together. And having like a second homecoming week is something that I always find super, super cool.
Yeah. And you get to go to Forest. Summertown goes to Cascade, and I've got a full day. UT Southern, their Thursday games against Abraham Baldwin Agricultural College, ABAC, I think. You're right, ABAC. That their games tomorrow, women at 2, men at 4, and then their games against Thomas will be, instead of Saturday, will be Friday, and those are going to be at noon and 2. So we'll have all of that. I'll be at all of that. We've got 4 games tomorrow. Might be a little late for the LCHS girls game against Marshall County, but Brian Gobble, McKinley Wheely will have you guys hooked up until I get there. So, we'll see how all of that goes. Exciting, crazy week.
Yeah,
we're all just playing on the fly. And speaking of making decisions on the fly, well, the Titans got their new head coach, Robert Sala. He's going to get a new lease in his coaching life as he will take over the Titans. And I think most Titans fans have a lot to be excited about.
Yeah, Sala, one of the more experienced defensive coaches in the NFL, obviously. AJ, very well, his 2 stints with the 49ers. He had that run with the Jets at a rough point in their history. I think he's due for another head coaching job, obviously, and I think he is a good head coach. I think he just got stuck with the Jets. I think we're going to be saying the same thing about Aaron Glenn in probably 6 or 8 years. Yeah. He's getting a second chance. If he can build a roster and work with ownership, because that was kind of a problem with the past couple of coaching staffs, I think the sky's the limit for this Titans team. I mean, we see what you got with Cam Ward. Yeah. They showed some flashes there late in the season. They're quite literally just a coach and a couple of players drafted, maybe traded, signed away from being back in contention.
Yeah, and it's a good spot for him. New York, the Jets are just a disaster, and that was just.
It's a huge market.
It's a huge market, and the Jets are just poorly ran. That was just never going to work. You could probably have put a combination of Don Shula, Bill Belichick, Joe Gibbs.
Yeah, you throw Bill Parcells in there,
and Vince Lombardi.
Yeah,
and they,
probably 6-11, maybe. It's just
Best
something.
Case scenario.
Yeah, it's just something with the Jets. The big thing about this though is I think it is a rejuvenation to the fans. They brought in a young coach.
Yes,
this is what the fans need because they haven't really had anything to cheer for in the last 3 or 4 years. You could even maybe go back a little bit longer than that. Yeah. This gives them something, some hope. It's a young guy that's a really good coach, at least on the defensive side of the ball. We'll see if he can fix things in Tennessee because when the Titans are good, their fans are awesome.
Yeah, and they're about to move into a new stadium, so that you got all that working out for you. So a lot of exciting things going over there at. Tennessee. I'm sorry. I'm blanking on a lot of. I don't know why I'm blanking, but I'm blanking on things. But here's kind of what they're looking at. Some people put the top 7 offensive coordinator candidates. Clay Kubiak with the 49ers. I mean, we know Shanahan runs that offense, so he maybe wants to break away. Matt Nagy could come over from the Chiefs, even though he interviewed. Arthur Smith, speaking of, could come over from the Steelers.
And he's been with the Titans before. He was I believe, the tight ends coach under offensive coordinator Matt LaFleur during his early years in Nashville.
Yeah, Mike Kafka was an interim head coach for the Giants. Bobby Slowick, passing game coordinator with the Dolphins. Cliff Kingsbury just got let go with the Commanders, and Brian Daboll could be all potential offensive coordinator.
Yeah, I would say I know McDaniel was a name that was tossed around pretty heavily. I think he probably wants to get another head coaching job or at least try to first. Honestly, I didn't hate the idea of Cliff Kingsbury. I think he's a guy that might go back to the college game, but man, if there's a quarterback that would fit a Cliff Kingsbury system, it's Cam Ward. I mean, that is the prototypical dual threat quarterback with a good arm.
Speaking of offensive coordinators, looks like Mike McDaniel is set to become the Chargers' new offensive coordinator. So he did not take long to find a new job, and he gets a good young quarterback in Justin Herbert, and he can make a lot of things happen as long as his head and the rest of the organization's head's in the right place.
Well, I think it's a big thing because he's not going to have a injury-prone quarterback. Right. We've seen Herbert have some injury problems, but it's not a concussion thing. And we know that those have long-term effects down the road. I think this sets up McDaniel really well because I think the one part lacking for the Chargers this year was their offense, and Harbaugh ball is not going to be the most sexy in 2025. Right. I think bringing a guy in like McDaniel with the talent that they have on that offensive staff, with guys on the field, I think it's a match made in heaven for LA. And coming off a playoff appearance, I think that this only makes them more dangerous next year.
Yeah, and Baker Mayfield throwing some shade at his former head coach. He took a swipe at the new Falcons head coach, Kevin Stefanski, in a social media post on Tuesday. He was Mayfield's coach with the Browns in 2020 and 2021. Mayfield wrote that he was still waiting on a text/call from Stefanski after the Browns shipped him off like a piece of garbage. Can't wait to see you twice a year, coach.
Hey, I mean, that's perfect because these two together, the Browns were 8-9 in that 2021 year. They made the playoffs. They won a playoff game at the Browns. Yeah. You got a great coach and a great quarterback there. I think it makes for fun matchups because I always think of, when I think of that division, Tampa and Atlanta. That battle is always going to be a good one. And Atlanta's got a ton of talent. I think Kevin Stefanski's a home run hire for him because I know he's a good head coach. I mean, he tried to do it the most he could with the Browns, and now you actually give him some talent to work with. Watch out for Atlanta next year. I think that they could be a big contender in that division.
I don't think Baker wants to. No, they're a potential monster.
Yes.
If coached right.
That is, I would say, that is the definition of a sleeping giant because they have the players, they just haven't had the coaches yet.
Yeah, and also Mayfield's post was in response to an Atlanta Journal-Constitution reporter's post that said Mayfield and quarterback Deshaun Watson that failed in Cleveland. Mayfield wrote, "Failed is quite the reach, pal. You failed. You have one good year. You've been better other places, but you have one good year, and then your attitude and your ego took over." Yep. People know, Baker. People know. So
I would say I think Sean McVay saved Baker Mayfield's career because it had completely gone to the trash when he had made it to Carolina.
He was about to be in the UFL.
Yes,
he really was.
He was that close, and he comes in, has that dream drive for the Rams, and now we're talking about him as a pretty consistent playoff guy.
Yeah. Some college football news here. Duke quarterback Darian Mensah is permitted to enter the transfer portal, but he can't enroll in another school or play football for another college team before a North Carolina judge rules on Duke's request for an injunction that would prevent him from leaving. An injunction hearing scheduled for February 2nd in front of the Durham County Superior Court Judge Ed Wilson. Mensah's attorney, Darian Heichner, I hope I said that right, has indicated he would attempt to move the hearing to an earlier date. Mensah signed a multi-year contract with Duke in July of 2024, was believed to be worth $4 million this year. Informed Duke Blue Devils head coach Manny Diaz that he intended to transfer Friday. The last day of the transfer portal was open. Mr. Mensah has an existing contract with Duke, which the university intends to honor, and we expect he will do the same, Duke Athletics Department said in a statement Wednesday. The court-ordered temporary restraining order issued yesterday ensures he does not violate his contract. The university is committed to supporting all student athletes while expecting each of them to abide by their contractual obligations. It's believed that Mensah wants to transfer to Miami, where he would replace former starter Carson Beck.
Yeah, I would say Mensah at Miami would be a match made in heaven, but is he actually going to be able to make it down there?
Yeah.
It's tough, and we're never going to see what's in that contract, obviously, with Duke being a private university, so all that stuff, that's not public information. We're in a tough spot right now because we're seeing this happen in multiple sports where guys are trying to do stuff that would have been seen as taboo 10 years ago, 5 years ago even. Because Mensah has a great freshman year at Tulane, transfers to Duke for a crap load of money. Yeah. Duke wins the ACC. But Miami just played for the national championship, and I was trying to move over there, and I've heard an 8-figure sum is even possible for them at Miami. It's insane. But Duke is not a school I want to mess with. I would assume that they probably have a pretty good law program.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see what they can figure out because it's going to come down to verbiage in that contract as to whether or not he's going to be allowed to enter the transfer portal and move on to Miami or if he's going to have to stay at Duke.
You don't have to hear the words Duke law coming after you. That's probably the last thing that probably I would.
Well, it makes you wonder if the judge, is he a Duke grad? Is he a UNC grad? Because that could have some impacts.
Yeah, absolutely, that could have some impacts. Well, Mike, let's go to some college basketball news. Former Alabama standout Charles Bidacco, who entered the 2023 NBA draft and signed a two-way contract with the San Antonio Spurs that year, has been granted a temporary restraining order to return to the team in college basketball immediately. A judge ruled Wednesday. Bediako, who went undrafted and never appeared in an NBA game after he played on two NCAA tournament teams at Alabama in 22 and 23, has sued the NCAA a day earlier after it denied the school's appeal to allow him to return to college basketball. The judge's monumental ruling came hours after NCAA President Charlie Baker reiterated that Bediako and other players who signed NBA contracts would not be granted eligibility to play college basketball. The case could potentially reshape the sport in a turbulent time, while the NCAA has recently cleared international players with professional experience and G League players. Those athletes had not previously played college basketball. This is the first time a player who entered the NBA draft and signed an NBA contract after playing college basketball has been given the chance to return to Division I basketball.
Well, it's funny. If you scroll up to the top of the screen, it has a video up there of Bediako. Yeah. Brandon Miller and Charles Bediako connect for the alley-oop. Brandon Miller's been in the NBA for a little bit. Yeah. So that tells you kind of how outdated this is. Yeah. We had the same freshman year of college, and I'm graduating now, so we'll put it that way. It puts you in a tough spot because Baylor's done it. Yeah. Louisville's done it. Yeah, we can bring in G League guys. Yeah. And, despite Nate Oates a couple weeks ago saying that he doesn't like this and he thinks it takes away spot from a high school kid, It's a guy that's played in your offense before. It's a guy that's played in your system before, and you've struggled in the post this year. And it's kind of getting to that cutting time in the SEC. That they need a guy like Bediako, and it's a smart idea to bring him back. It's gotten no love from anywhere outside of Tuscaloosa. The NCAA has come out and made some statements. Alabama's come out and made some statements.
Right.
It's kind of a mess because there's no rules right now. I mean, he can quite literally. I believe the NCAA released a statement earlier saying something along the lines of. So the NCAA has not and will not grant eligibility to any prospective or returning student athletes who have signed an NBA contract. Eligibility rules ensure high school students get a shot at earning scholarships, and we will continue to consistently apply and defend these rules. That was last night. Yeah. They haven't done anything yet. They're having a preliminary injunction, I believe, on the 27th, next Tuesday. Yeah. So, this may be an instance where Bediako is on the team for one game. Yeah. It realistically could be.
And, you could ruin your season with this. Like, why don't you wait until you get fully cleared before you put this guy in the game? Yep. Because they can rule you ineligible for postseason play or ruin your entire season over one guy that you got a court injunction on. Like, I've seen this played out so many times. This never works out in your favor. Never does.
Well, and why are we fighting over a dude it's going to get you 6 points and 5 rebounds?
And by the way, it's January.
Yeah, I would say you think he's going to be fully ready for your system and good to go by Saturday, much less March?
No, not at all. Not a smart move by them, by
anybody,
any shape of the imagination. Well,
and he's listed as the reason in his filing to the NCAA that he screwed up in declaring for the draft and not removing his name before that due date. So he's like, oh, I messed up. I want to go back and try again. It's like I was telling you before the show. There's no accountability anymore.
And he took the money, and no one's going to make him pay for it. So, some baseball news. Cody Bellinger looks like he's staying in New York. 5 years, $162.5 million to be a Yankee. The deal includes opt-outs after the second and third season, a $20 million signing bonus, a full no-trade clause, sources say. Bellinger figures to slot back and as the Yankees' primary left fielder, started more games there than anywhere else last season. So Cody Bellinger, who batted .272 with 29 homers and a .13 OPS in 152 games last year.
I think it's good for Cody. It seems like he's found a new home in New York. He had such a hot start when he gets called up for the Dodgers a couple of years ago. Has a good couple of years for them, I believe, an MVP, and then it all went bad. Has to get out of town, goes to Chicago for a year, and now last year with the Yankees. It seems like he kind of found his second home, and I think it's a good move for the Yankees to try to bolster up their offense because, I mean, we've seen what the Dodgers are going to bring in. Somebody's got to keep up with them, and right now you got a couple of teams in there, but it might just be the Yankees.
Yeah. Some other news, your Red Sox signed left-hander Ranger Suarez to a $130 million 5-year contract on Wednesday. Suarez gets $3 million signing bonus, payable within 30 days of the deal's approval by MLB, and salaries of $7 million this year, $15 million in 2027, $30 million each of the following 2 seasons, and $35 in 2030. The deal includes a $35 million mutual option for 2031 and a $10 million buyout. Suarez, 30-year-old from Venezuela, pitched out of the bullpen early, but has been a steady performer. Last year, 12-8 with a 3.2 ERA and 26 starts, covering a career-high 157 1/3 innings, became a free agent for the first time.
Listen, he's going to join a staff that's already got Garrett Crochet, a couple of younger pieces like Brian Bayo and some guys like that. I think it's a good addition. That's a solid left-hand arm right there to a pitching staff that left a little to be desired at times last year. So I think it's a good pickup for Boston. And listen, again, we were just talking about it with Cody Bellinger and trying to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak, with the Dodgers. Red Sox made a big pickup there.
Yeah.
And now we got Taylor.
all the doom and gloom going on over there on the weather side.
How's Snowmageddon?
Snowmageddon's shifting further to the north. I think we're getting more icing problems than snow. But the main thing we're trying to figure out is where's that line between, all right, you're seeing ice versus you end up seeing more of a cold rain.
Yeah. Well, we'll take a cold rain over ice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah. And, don't have to worry about crazy travel or anything that could be really bad for us. But it's good to have you in. But coming up next here, guys, I'm going to throw something on y'all, and I'm glad Taylor's here to throw it on him. We're going to play Keep 'em or Dump 'em. Who is going to be the next Indiana? I'm going to throw some names out to you. I want to see what you say. That's coming up next here on Exports Today.
Efficiency, reliability, accuracy. Move forward with your real estate sale or purchase with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County, the most experienced closing team around. Working with clients locally and throughout the state, we offer a wide range of services, including the expertise of an on-staff attorney, backed by our more than 49 years experience in titles and closings. We get the job done on time at a fair price and ensure every last detail is correct. Our goal is to give you peace of mind. When you work with us, you work with people who live where you do. We understand the importance of the real estate community and strive to build strong relationships with all parties involved in the process. Whether you're buying a home, selling a business, acquiring land, or anything in between, you're in good hands with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County.
Put the most experienced closing team on your side. Contact Title and Escrow of Lawrence County today.
Volco Auto Supply in Lawrenceburg has a legacy of being a family-owned and operated company. Since 1927, our business has grown and evolved into today's one-stop source for all your automotive supplies. But in that time, one thing has stayed the same, and that's our commitment to our customers and their needs. At Volco Auto Supply, you'll find everything for your car, truck, or even fleet of vehicles, but with good old-fashioned customer service the way it needs to be. That's Volco Auto Supply, 416 Buffalo Road in Lawrenceburg. Visit VolcoAuto.com.
For over 50 years, Southern Tennessee Regional Health System Lawrenceburg has been a cornerstone of care in Lawrence County. From cardiology to orthopedics, general surgery, primary care, and women's health, we offer compassionate expert care close to home. Our ER is now stronger than ever with more providers, chest pain accreditation, and our newest Joint Commission stroke accreditation because every second matters. Generations have trusted us for compassionate care and medical excellence. Faster, trusted, accredited. Emergency care with hometown heart.
Arts, crafts, stationery, journals, books, educational toys, wrapping paper, devotionals, greeting cards, and much more can all be found at Paper and Thread in downtown Lawrenceburg. Shop local to find the perfect gift or have a custom gift basket made for just the right occasion. Paper and Thread has a party room now available for birthdays, classes, and so much more. We could go on and on about all the neat things you'll find at Paper and Thread, but you just need to hop in your car and head down there. 106 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg is where you'll find them and discover what makes Paper and Thread awesome. That's Paper and Thread in downtown Lawrenceburg, 106 North Military Avenue, just north of the square.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome everybody back here to Exports Today. AJ Good with Taylor Plata and Michael Marks. First, we've got an Alabama fan here. So Taylor, what are your thoughts on this Bediako, whatever the heck his name is?
Yeah, situation? Just stay away. Just don't come back, please. I mean, this is It's so funny because I say funny. It's funny, but yet irritating at the same time. Because it's like, yes, it's the Wild West when it comes to college athletics with NIL, who's eligible, who's ineligible, and everything like that. But for the longest time, we had it set to where if you got to the NBA and you signed an NBA contract, you were done.
Yep. No going back.
You have just gone away with your amateur status. You had said goodbye college, hello money, hello pros. And that was it. The door for college was closed. And now for some reason we're getting into this deal where, oh no. If you still had eligibility left and you went to the NBA, no, you can come on back here. Come on. Stop. This is getting ridiculous. Yes, technically, I guess, depending on how things go in the court of law, there could be a law that says, oh, well, you could make it this way or anything. Okay, well, fine. If that's the case, then that's the case. That's what the law is. Just change it, please. Just this is ridiculous. We don't need. LeBron could now say that he's eligible.
Right. I would say he's never played in college.
He's never played in college. You can say that he's eligible. He has all 4 years available for him. No, you do not. So I honestly don't. I hope he does not step on the court for Nate Oates for this Tennessee game or forever. It's just he's done. He's NBA. Stay there.
Well, I read something pretty interesting during the break that if this works, for him, watch out because everybody's going to do it. For like Tennessee, for example. Hey, Zakai Ziegler, you want to come back and play for a year?
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, it seems that you can do that now.
It seems you can do that, and that's not the way it was intended. Mm-hmm. And if for some reason there's a loophole in whatever law or laws that are going on, they need to change because it's about to get. If you thought the NIL was the Wild Wild West, you're about to see a whole different animal with
because
that.
Now, I think we're going to see this a lot more with the G League until something changes, obviously, because those contracts aren't big money.
Yeah,
and you can come back like for Bediako, he could probably come back and make $600,000, $800,000 in NIL. Maybe not this season, but over his remaining 2 years of eligibility. But my problem is the guys that were freshmen when he were freshmen are gone now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
there is nobody in from college from when he was there, and those guys aren't allowed to come back.
Yeah,
right. But he is. So it's just painted kind of an ugly precedent. But hopefully, in the next coming weeks, they get this all figured out, and we just keep college basketball as college basketball.
I agree. I will say this from a basketball perspective. Could Alabama use Bediako right now? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah. But Nate Oates, all of them at Alabama, Greg Byrne, all of them, they do not need to allow Bediako to step foot on that floor. Because if you made a good point, where what if he plays versus Tennessee, he plays the next couple games, and all of a sudden the lawsuit falls through and he's deemed ineligible, and that's it, enough, everything's done and said. What are you going to do with those games?
Yep. Yeah.
You're probably going to have to forfeit them. Mm-hmm. So I would not, unless they are for sure, knowing that they've talked to multiple lawyers and they say, oh, yeah, he's got a point, you're going to win it. He does not need – Nate Oates should not allow him to step back on that court until that is 100% certain. And even with that, I don't like it.
Yeah. And then you even go back to just like the ethical side of it, not even rules. We've had many well-respected coaches. John Calipari talk about it. Tom Izzo talk about it. Rick Barnes talk about it. None of them like it.
Yeah.
And the funny thing was, when it first happened with the kid from Baylor, and everybody was like, yeah, I got to call Scott and talk to him about this. He was a well-respected head coach, and I think he lost a lot of respect from his colleagues doing something like that. And I'd hate to see it happen to Nate Oates because I think he's an excellent head coach. But when you do something like this, it can kind of taint your image.
The thing that I'm wondering is, as far as I'm aware, correct me if I'm wrong. As far as I'm aware, Bediako did not have an intended area or intended school to play for, right?
I
Or
think
was he saying
it
that
was
he-
Alabama.
I think it was.
Then that tells me that there's been stuff going on behind closed doors, and that they're wanting to get him. Because when you look at this roster and
Well, I've
everything,
seen the kind of rumblings of this since it happened with the kid from Baylor around the middle of December. It was hey, Alabama needs to go get Bediako
because we need him. So that tells me that there's stuff going on behind closed doors, and I wouldn't be shocked if he ends up suiting up for Alabama on Saturday.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's go to our keep 'em or dump 'em. Who is going to be the next Indiana? I'm kind of basing this on good coaches, programs with donor bases that have a lot of money, and then potential big areas and places to go. I'm going to start in the ACC, SMU.
Yes.
I'm going to say no right now. I don't think Lashley's the guy that could get them a national championship, but they got the donor base. They're going to have the facilities. They got everything.
Yes.
I think they're a head coach away.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. I think the yes that I'm going off of is the donor base, and I think that they have a good coaching staff to where they can, if they get the talent that they really need, I think that they can do it. With the ACC, you've got an easier route to go. So I would say I would keep that, but it obviously depends on how much they can get from the donors, because I think they have a good coaching staff to where they have the talent, they can utilize it, but their coaching staff's not good enough with Indiana, where Indiana did not really have the talent, and look what they did.
How about Stanford? Think about that donor
They
base.
just got a crap load of money from, I don't know who it was, but they got like $50 million or something like that a couple months ago.
A lot of money.
I would say they just brought in, I think, a pretty good head coach in Pritchard. Maybe watch out in a couple of years. They could be fighting. I don't know if they'll be at an Indiana level, but I think that they'll get back to kind of like that biting Stanford team we saw around 2010 to 2015. Because the guy that was the quarterback of that team is leading the team now as the GM, Andrew Luck.
I can get on board with that. I don't know if they have the caliber enough to completely repeat what Indiana did, but I can see that they can be one of the teams that, okay, well, here's a resurgence. Stanford's kind of back from what they lost about a decade ago, or a little more than that. But yeah, with Andrew Luck there, I think them getting Andrew Luck to be the general manager of, is it football or general manager of athletics?
I think it may just be football.
I think it's just football.
I thought it was just football too.
Just football, yeah.
I think that was a great move that they needed, and I think that he's starting to kind of change things and be able to change the culture. Obviously, the coach is big on that because that's going to be your main guy from the culture standpoint. But I think I can go along with that. I think Stanford, they might not be like what Indiana is, but I think that
they could get back to contending in the ACC.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, another one. How about Virginia?
They're definitely
another big donor base.
Yes, they definitely. I would say I tried to apply for Virginia out of high school. I think you needed to take 3 foreign languages.
Yeah.
Loretto only offers 2, so that was impossible. So yeah, like you mentioned, going to have a great donor base. I mean, just look what Tony Elliott did this year. They pick up Bo Perbula out of the portal, quarterback from Missouri, who may not shock you with his arm, but is really athletic. Their offense was really good. It's just I don't know what the ACC is going to look like next year. I could say, hey, if they win the ACC, but you look year over year. I mean, nobody thought anything about Virginia at this time last year, and they played in the conference championship game.
Out of the 3 that you've said so far, I think this is the one that intrigues me the most. I think if there was an outside chance that of the ones you mentioned so far that there could be an Indiana repeat,
it's Virginia.
I think it's Virginia. Because good donor base, we saw what they did this year, was flying under the radar until the middle of the season. Then you realize, oh crap, this team they're legit.
They still only lost once.
Yeah, they're legit, and I think they're bringing a good amount of people back. Coaching staff is good, good donor base. Maybe be able to get a couple players here and there from the portal that can be useful. Watch out for Virginia. Yes, the question is you don't know what the ACC is going to look like next year. You don't know if Clemson's going to have a resurgence. You don't know if Florida State's actually going to end up being legit.
Could you look at some of these teams near the bottom of the conference standings and their teams we're talking about that could be back next year? Stanford, Florida State, Virginia Tech, all could completely flip it, and that makes the conference that much tougher.
Yeah, but I would not be shocked if we're sitting here going into the last couple weeks of the regular season next year, seeing that Miami, Virginia, Clemson, and maybe Florida State are battling it out for whatever conference championship berth is.
Moving ahead now to the Big 12, guys. Houston.
I kind of took a shot at them earlier. I didn't think they were. I didn't think they were really that great this year. A lot of their games I watched, it felt like they were trying to lose some of them. They can improve at quarterback because I think that Wigman kind of held them down a little bit this year. I think Willie Fritz is a great coach. Donor base is the thing I'm confused about with Houston because athletics, it seems like most of the focus is to basketball. If they can get a little bit more on football, because we've seen past years where they had De'Aaron King, it was a great quarterback before he transferred to Miami. If they can bring in another caliber guy like that to lead things, they'll be in good shape.
Much better chance that Kelvin Sampson leads them to another Final Four run than football actually turning things around. That's what I got.
I think I agree with you.
Staying in the Big 12, how about Kansas?
Just brought back their offensive coordinator, Kotelnicki from Penn State. Got a big transfer, Dylan Edwards out of the portal.
Good donor base, great fan base.
I would say they just built a huge stadium, or in addition to their current stadium. So I think they're investing some money into football, and I think that they're seeing a bit of a resurgence in that. I think this is the last year of Jalen Daniels, so they're going to have to find a new quarterback for next year. But listen, as long as Lance Leipold's there, I'll give Kansas their credit.
Yeah.
This might be a bit of a hot take, but I don't know what y'all think about this. I think it's time that Kansas start flushing away some funds from basketball and start flushing them towards football. Right. I think that Bill Self is getting very, very close to the end of his time there in Lawrence, and when you look at the grand scheme of basketball, obviously Kansas is a blue blood still from the name. From a competitive standpoint, not really much of a blue blood right now, but they still have the name Kansas Jayhawks. So they're still going to pull people. But I honestly think, at least from the near term, you have a lot more going for you on the football side than you do on the basketball side. So if you're wanting to, I know this might sound like a hot take, you might want to take away some of that stuff from basketball and start pushing it towards football.
And then you can give back, because football, if you're good in football, that brings in so much money for the university that you can give that money back to basketball and women's basketball, baseball.
It will start to even itself out, but I think you need to start focusing in on more, basketball is really starting to kind of go downhill a little bit, but football is starting to kind of be up and coming. Let's kind of, lean more towards that side.
Because you look in most basketball schools don't really care about football. I mean, Duke won the ACC this year in football, but realistically, they're not getting a whole lot of money. That's primarily basketball. Same thing with, I think, Kentucky. Their football program's not necessarily top in front and center, and that was, I think, part of the reason that Stoops may have gotten an early exit. So
for Duke, you got the Boozers play basketball. They don't play football, so that's where
I would say you make a good point with that.
All right, final team in the Big 12. How about UCF?
Run number 2 for Scott Frost didn't go in too hot. I don't see much legs under this one because they're now. I will say I think UCF is like numbers wise one of the biggest colleges in the country. It may be the biggest college in the country. So
it's the biggest school in Florida.
Yeah,
for sure.
and I would say because it's got like somewhere to 60 to 80,000 enrollees. So they're going to have the donor base. And listen, it was really cool under Scott Frost's first run when they had Mackenzie Milton and they went undefeated and claimed a national championship. That was fun. I don't think they're going to get back to that at this current age in college football. I like bringing back a coach that maybe it worked the first time, kind of what they did with Scott Frost, but you got to bring in a guy that's working good in the NIL era, and Frost isn't one of those guys.
Is it just me, or is Scott Frost overrated?
Well, yeah, one really good year. Yeah. Was it him? Was it the players? Was it the staff?
I don't know. I'm not saying that the dude's a bad coach and it's just he's bad, but I think that I feel like he gets more credit than he deserves. Obviously, you saw what happened at in Nebraska, where the failed attempt up there. But I don't think that he's. If you're wanting UCF with the question being, are they going to be the next Indiana? It's not going to be with Scott Frost. It's going to be with somebody else. Do they have the donor base to do it? Yes, absolutely, because they just have gobs of people that are coming in via tuition. They have a lot of money being built up with everything. But I don't think Scott Frost is the guy to do it. I think that they need to go find somebody else. But I don't know. That might have been a little bit of a hot take with Scott Frost. I feel like he's just one of those coaches that he has that big name, but he really hadn't done much.
Right.
I would say, and I also think that losing Danny White as their athletic director, him coming to Tennessee, was a huge blow to them, university-wise, just because everything was so good for that short term, and now it's kind of gone back down.
Yeah. All right, moving to the Big Ten, guys. Northwestern. Think about it. Chicago, new stadium.
I would say that they're definitely going to have the pieces outside of the football facility, because they're going to have the new facilities, the new stadium. Pat Fitzgerald's in his first year. You bring in Aiden Childs as a transfer quarterback, maybe to get on the ground rolling. Because listen, Northwestern was right there this year. They were not the 2-10 of old. They were a 7-6 team. This team had a winning record this year. It's not a lot of time.
Did they win their bowl game?
Yeah,
they did.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Northwestern's got a lot of swagger right now. I think that they could ride that into next year.
I can agree with that. It's just one of those things where, and again, same thing with Indiana. Who would have thought Indiana? If you had asked me 2 years ago, Indiana's going to win the national championship in 2026, I'd be like, are you crazy? It's Indiana.
I would say, if
you can say the same thing with Northwestern. Are you crazy? It's Northwestern.
Yeah. But I think if there's a coach that's kind of got that locked-in mentality that Cignetti's got, I think Fitzgerald's a guy that's not, I'm not saying on the same level, but kind of that same mentality-wise.
Staying in the Big Ten, guys, how about UCLA?
Again, it's
the
LA,
donor base.
Big city. Just got Bob Chesney, a great head coach.
Yep.
I think it's more than likely, honestly. UCLA is one of those, kind of like USC was a couple of years ago before they brought Lincoln Riley in. It was a sleeping giant. They were just waiting to come back.
Right.
They just need the head coach. They need the players, because they'll have the money.
Yeah.
It's just if they can put it on the field. I think we saw some sparks last year, but obviously it's going to be completely new for them this year. So I don't know how much credit you can give that. But I think Chesney's a great head coach. And, hey, look what happened to the last JMU guy.
I know.
Yeah. I agree with that. I think that obviously there's question marks on, all right, well, who exactly was Penn State last year?
Yeah.
But I think that UCLA showed that they had a problem, and the problem was the head coach.
Yep.
And so they got rid of the problem, and obviously you started to see what the spark was from it. So I think you're right. I think they have the talent. They have the donor base. There was just a problem at head coach. I think they have a great hire that they're bringing in right now. And I think there's a lot to build off of. So, I wouldn't be now, is it going to be a astounding turnaround where all of a sudden we're like, oh, UCLA is now 10-0 going into the last couple weeks of the season? No, I don't think so. But I think that you could start seeing a turnaround next year.
I think in 2 or 3 years, if Chesney has some good recruiting classes, I think in 2 or 3 years we could be looking up and it's like, wow, UCLA is 6-1.
Yeah.
Where did this come from?
Where did this come from? I agree with that.
Now to the SEC. Arkansas.
I think if they made a little bit of a better hire, they would. But obviously, they're going to have the donor base. Jerry Jones, Tyson Chicken, and Walmart. They got. I would say they're going to have.
That's what I'm saying.
Arkansas has all the money in the world. How can they not get a football coach?
Right.
I mean, it's been maybe since Petrino. It was their last good head coach.
Yep.
And that's been almost coming up on 20 years. I really do feel like Arkansas is a football coach hire away from being a contender with the Ole Misses and the Georgias and the Texas A&M, because they're also right in the middle of a hotbed for talent. You got Mississippi there, Alabama, Georgia, Missouri, Texas, Louisiana, ton of talent around them. It's just they haven't really been able to capitalize.
Right.
Look at the scores from last year. I mean, they're losing these games by only like a touchdown or 3 points. Yeah, there's gonna be some games where they get a little bit more of a spread, but Notre Dame game, but they're competing almost to the last play in these games. And next thing you know, you look and their record is 2-10 or 4-8 or whatever, and it's like, all right, well, they have the talent, they have the capability. The coaching is the problem. Right. And I agree. I don't know if this coach is going to do it. Who knows? I honestly thought Sam Pittman was going to be the right fit.
I would say when they brought him in, I was really excited about that.
I was really excited about that because I will say this, out of all the SEC teams that I feel like I really want them to be back, I want it to be Arkansas. Because that was one of the games where you got to watch out because Woo Pig Suey is about to come in and you might get an L on your schedule.
Yeah.
But
2010,
I mean,
you had to run in there and I can't think of his name right now. I just had it on the tip of my tongue. the quarterback there,
Ryan Mallett.
Right? Yeah,
Mallett. Yeah,
Mallett.
I would say.
Yeah.
That dude was a beast in college.
Yeah.
They can get back there.
They can get back there. They need the coach. They got the donor base, obviously. Jerry Jones, Walmart, all that stuff. I mean, they've got the money. It's just trying to figure out the coach. And like I said, I really thought Sam Pittman was going to be the one, and he ended up obviously falling flat on his face. But I don't know. You're literally those teams, the teams that you're mentioning, UCLA, Arkansas, UCF, literally are just a coach away from being the perfect fit, and then they're off and running.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to spring some trivia on you, since we got the championship games coming up this weekend. And, we've already kind of dove into that a little bit. But let's take a look at Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. Okay?
Okay.
Your job is to name where they went to college.
Okay.
Perfect.
Super Bowls 1 and 2, Bart Starr.
Alabama.
There you go. Super Bowl 3, Joe Namath.
Alabama.
Uh-oh.
See a trend here.
Super Bowl 4, Lynn Dawson.
Oh.
Why do I feel like he was like a California? Was he like a USC or UCLA? No.
Big Ten.
Purdue.
You got it.
Wow.
Good
That
job.
was a good pull there.
That's when Purdue spit out some good quarterbacks back then.
Number 5, Johnny Unitas.
Oh.
Was it Navy?
No.
Oh, no. I'm thinking of Roger Staubach.
Staubach was Navy.
Johnny Unitas.
What conference?
ACC.
Was it ACC? He wasn't Miami, was it?
No.
Why is it like?
Yeah.
Why is like NC State coming to mind?
Was
Was it like one of those type of schools where it's like it wasn't like a
You don't think of them
North
as-
Carolina
yeah.
or like
They're
a
not an original ACC.
Okay.
player. I'll put it that way.
Is that like Boston College or something?
No. Much later.
Oh. Did he go to Pitt?
No.
No. Okay.
Thank God.
Virginia Tech?
No.
Is it in that area or are we?
A little bit north
Okay.
of them.
Oh, is he Syracuse?
No.
No. Where else have we got in the ACC?
Maryland?
No.
No.
They're Big Ten.
No, that's right. They
Oh,
were Big Ten,
yeah.
aren't they? Yep.
Used to be ACC.
Used to be.
I'm not sure how many more.
Is
schools
north
I
of
can-
Virginia?
Yeah. Not too much. Northwest of Virginia.
Northwest of Virginia.
Did he go to West Virginia?
No.
No. I was about
That's
to say.
Big 12 now.
Yeah.
ACC Northwest. Are they a relatively new member?
Yes. Maybe the newest. No, not the newest. They're the next.
Is it
to
Louisville?
newest. Yes, it is.
Oh, there you go.
Louisville. You already mentioned Roger Staubach.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there goes that. Bob Greasy took Super Bowl 7 and 8.
Oh. And say I can hear his voice right now, as commentator, but is it a school I've said before?
It's a school you guys have already
Okay.
guessed.
Okay.
From the ACC?
No. I mean, it's
Is it-
somebody. They boast another Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Oh.
Well, we've had Alabama. It's not that. And we've had what was after that? Was it Louisville?
No.
Oh, it was the other one.
Boston College?
No.
No. What was the Purdue?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Purdue.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yes,
was
you
gonna
already
say,
said it. That's right.
Yeah.
Purdue.
Yeah. Terry Bradshaw. He's got 4 Super Bowls.
Back up to Mr. Phil Robertson at Louisiana Tech.
That's right.
Louisiana Tech. You got it. Ken Stabler, Super Bowl 11.
The Snake.
Is that Snake from Alabama?
Yep. Staubach, Super Bowl 12. Jim Plunkett, Super Bowls 15 and 18.
Oh. He's a character.
They're a newer ACC team.
I was feeling like it was like Stanford or Cal.
Stanford. Good job. Joe Montana.
Oh, where did he go to school?
He went to Notre Dame.
Yeah, he did.
That's right. He did
Yes,
go
he
there, didn't
did.
he? Yeah.
Good job. Joe Theismann.
He also went to Notre Dame.
100%. Good job. Jim McMahon.
BYU.
Phil Simms.
UCLA?
No. It is not in the FBS.
Oh,
that's right.
I
was
sitting there thinking where his kids went to school,
Oh.
Texas and Tennessee, and
What part of the country?
Same state as Louisville.
Kent State?
No.
They're not. They're Ohio. Yeah,
That's
sorry, that's
Ohio.
Ohio. Western Kentucky?
No. Again, FCS school.
FCS. Is it Eastern
Oh, that's right. They're
Kentucky?
FBS now.
No. I'd say because I think Northern Kentucky's too new.
I'll just throw it out there. They do not have scholarship. They're in that non-scholarship FCS
okay.
league. Morehead State.
Wow. Okay. I did not. Honestly,
Okay.
I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I did not. I
Yeah.
forgot that Morehead State was in Kentucky.
Yep.
Yeah. Doug Williams. HBCU.
Yeah. Is it Alcorn?
No.
Oh gosh.
Some people would say it's the HBCU.
Oh, now I'm going to feel bad if I don't get it first.
Like the oldest?
Well, it's like the most popular, I guess you.
Well, that makes me think Jackson State.
No.
But I would
not.
say because Dion went there, but I would say I don't.
What state is it in?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. Oh, Grambling.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good job. Good
Yeah.
job. Jeff Hostetler.
Honestly, I don't even know what Super Bowl this is. I don't know.
The 1990 Super Bowl, Super
Okay.
Bowl 25. It was the one the Bills should have won.
Yeah.
Ooh, so this was against the
Giants.
Giants. Yes. Oh.
He filled in for Phil Simms. Got
Yes.
hurt midway through the year. Took over. Their defense was incredible.
You might have to give me a conference on this one.
If only there was a clue on our table right now.
Oh.
Marshall?
The next one.
Oh, West Virginia.
Yes. He's one of our own.
Ah.
Yep, Penn State, he wanted to play quarterback. Penn State wanted to make him a linebacker, and he went to West Virginia and eventually won the Super Bowl. Suck it, Joe.
I feel like I've heard several stories of a guy wanted to go play Penn State at wanted to go play at Penn State, and then it didn't work, so he went to West Virginia, and it worked. It
It
worked.
happened a few times. How about Mark Rippon the next year?
Oh.
See, these are getting like deep into the weeds for me, where it's like
Think old school Pac-12.
old school Pac-12. Is it a school that we've already named?
Nope.
No.
Is it Washington State?
100%.
Wow.
Washington State. Great job. Great job.
Because I had a picture of him in a college uniform in my head, and I could not.
Because think about it. Washington State has produced Mark Rippon, Drew Bledsoe,
Yep.
Cam Ward. And
When you forget all the guys from like a couple of years ago that were slinging it, Gardner Minshew, Luke Fall.
Oh yeah, Gardner Minshew.
Yes.
Yep.
John
and,
Mateer.
and the biggest bust of all time, Ryan
Leaf.
Yep.
You can get some good quarterbacks at Washington
Oh, yeah.
State. Troy Aikman.
Well, he played at
Well,
Dallas.
I would say, what? Well, I guess technically UCLA.
It is UCLA.
Okay.
Because he started at Oklahoma and then went to UCLA. Steve Young.
BYU.
Yeah. Brett Favre.
Southern Miss.
Yeah. John Elway.
Pitt. Or no, Cal. Or Stanford.
Yeah,
Stanford.
yeah, oof,
Stanford.
you
I always get him. Don't get
Say
Stanford and
that.
Cal mixed up.
Yeah. Kurt Warner.
Oh gosh, what was this?
Another FCS school.
Yeah,
Yep.
isn't it like Mississippi Valley State or something like that?
Not
Or
an HBCU.
oh no, that was Jerry Rice.
Yeah.
What region of the country?
Midwest.
Midwest.
They're in the Missouri Valley Conference. The SEC of the FCS.
Yeah. It's not like Missouri State, is it?
No, they've had a lot of success in college basketball, but they have had some success in football. They've had a few upsets in the tournament. Some really good players.
Not like Indiana State?
No.
Or I don't know if they're in the Missouri Valley or not.
Yeah, they are.
They are?
It's
Okay.
it's not them.
The only team I can't get out of my head is like Illinois State.
No.
I know it's not them.
Northern Iowa.
Oh,
You and I.
Yes, Northern Iowa.
I knew it was something with an I, but all Iowa, Indiana, and Illinois all kind of lumped together for me.
Trent Dilfer.
So this is one I always think he went to Florida, and I don't know why.
No, wrong coast.
Yeah, I would say because he was like was it like USC or UCLA?
Right state.
Oh, okay.
Right
So
state.
big school, small school?
Small.
Okay.
Smaller.
It's like a Fresno or
100%. Good
Fresno
job.
State.
Good job. Tom Brady.
Michigan.
Brad Johnson.
Oh, Lord, Brad Johnson.
It is an FBS
Mm-hmm.
and a Power 4 school.
I got nothing.
What conference?
ACC.
It's always the ACC.
Florida State.
Well, you got it. Good job. Good job. Ben Roethlisberger.
Miami of Ohio.
Yep. Peyton Manning.
Tennessee.
Eli Manning.
Ole Miss.
Drew Brees.
Michigan State or Purdue.
Yeah.
That's right. He
beat
was
Michigan.
the Purdue one.
I just remember
Then-
the clip that ESPN kept posting when
Yeah.
he had beat Nick Saban in college, or he was
Yep.
the last quarterback to beat Nick Saban twice,
Yes. Yep.
or something like that.
3 Purdue Super Bowl winning quarterbacks tying Alabama for the most. Wow. Aaron Rodgers.
Cal.
Joe Flacco.
That would be Delaware. He was a blue hen.
Russell Wilson.
NC State and Wisconsin.
Yep.
Yep. He finished.
He
at
finished Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Nick Foles.
Ooh. Is this a smaller school too?
No, it's a Power 4
Oh,
school.
okay. I'm sitting here going through my mind and
Is
see
he
if
Big 10?
No,
No.
Big 12.
Big 12? Was he...
Is he Texas Tech?
That's what I was about to say. Was he wasn't Texas Tech. Was he Kansas State or something?
No.
North or south of that?
It's north.
Of which?
Of Kansas.
South.
Oh. Was he in Oklahoma State?
No.
No.
Baylor?
No.
It wasn't Texas or Oklahoma.
No.
No. Okay.
But it's south of Kansas.
Yeah.
Is it current Big 12?
Correct. Correct.
So that could mean the current school Big 12.
Yeah.
Was it
Is
Houston?
Kansas?
No. No.
Oh, Houston was a good pull.
South of Kansas. It's not Oklahoma. It's obviously not Oklahoma because that's
Arizona.
SEC.
You got it. Arizona.
It took me a minute.
Southwest of Kansas.
It took me a minute.
You didn't told me to elaborate.
Yeah. No, I something in my mind just popped up Arizona and
Patrick Mahomes.
Texas Tech.
Matthew Stafford.
Georgia.
Jalen Hurts.
Alabama. Oklahoma.
I was about to say, let's get you
Forget
guys,
about the Oklahoma.
just for some fun. Let's get you guys on the losing quarterbacks.
All
We've
right.
already mentioned Mahomes, Brock Purdy,
Iowa State.
Hurts. Yeah, we got that.
Yep.
Joe Burrow,
LSU.
Jimmy Garoppolo,
Jimmy G. Eastern Illinois.
Yeah.
Representing
Jared Goff.
Cal. Or, yes. Yeah. He went to Cal.
Yeah, we've mentioned Tom Brady, Matt Ryan.
He went to Boston College.
Correct. Cam Newton,
Auburn.
Scan Newton. We've talked about Russell, Peyton, Colin Kaepernick.
Ooh, Nevada.
Yeah. Roethlisberger, that's right, lost one. Kurt Warner, lost one. Rex Grossman.
That would be a Florida Gator.
Yeah.
For the Chicago Bears. 06.
Matt Hasselbeck.
Oh, where did he go?
That's a good one.
Oh.
It's a Big Ten school, right?
Nope, ACC.
Oh. And see, this is one I can't get NC State out of my head. Is it NC State?
Nope.
No.
Is it Florida? It's not Florida State, is it? No. Georgia Tech.
Nope.
Virginia?
Nope.
Did him and his brother go to the same college?
They did.
Okay. Because that was making me think Miami for a second.
We've already mentioned it with a losing quarterback.
North or south of the Mason-Dixon line? North.
Oh.
Boston College.
Got it.
There you go.
Donovan McNabb.
Syracuse.
Jake Delhomme.
Jake Delhomme. Oh, gosh.
You're not going to get this.
Yeah, it's...
Southeast Louisiana.
Yeah.
Rich Gannon.
Ooh.
Oh, if you get this, you guys are...
I'm about to say, it's a smaller school.
IUPUI.
That's always a good one to throw in there.
Southeast Louisiana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's Kurt Warner. Kerry Collins.
Ooh, he went to a bigger school.
Yes, he did. Big Ten school.
Yeah. Because I feel like we talked about him for some sort of record the
Yeah.
other day, or a couple weeks ago, maybe.
Michigan.
Close.
Michigan State.
No. Well,
I would say, is it Purdue?
no. Go more east.
Penn State.
Yep, you got it. Steve McNair.
Steve McNair. That's Alcorn.
Yeah. Chris Chandler.
I don't even know who that is.
Washington.
Okay.
Drew Bledsoe.
We just talked about him, Washington State.
Yep. Stan Humphreys.
Yeah, we're getting a little before my time.
Yeah.
Northeast Louisiana. I couldn't even have told you that one. Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly went to Miami.
You got it. Boomer Esiason.
Oh, was he UCLA?
No. East Coast.
East Coast. Big school.
Yeah, Big Ten school.
Oh, did he go to Ohio State?
No. Further east.
Oh, is it Penn State again?
No. Close.
Maryland.
Yep. Went to Maryland. Dan Marino.
That would be Pitt.
You got it. How about, just for fun, he's lost 3 Super Bowls, Fran Tarkenton.
Ugh.
SEC.
Yeah, that's I can't. I'll take. Yeah.
My dad. I know that my dad's told me about him before.
But this school wasn't ACC. It wasn't SEC when he played for him, was it?
Yes, it was.
Oh, it was. So it is an original school.
See, most people think he played college in Texas, myself included. He did not.
What year of SEC play is this?
Like late 50s.
Late 50s.
Arkansas?
No.
The Southwest Conference.
Okay. Yeah. I would say they didn't join the SEC till 91.
Was it Tulane?
No.
Wait, is it a current SEC school?
And it's
okay.
one of the originals.
So it's okay.
Yeah, current and one of the originals.
I was about to throw Sewanee in there just to see.
Was it Auburn?
No.
I was about to say, I didn't think it was Auburn.
It's not Kentucky, is it?
No.
So I was trying to think of where some big time coaches would have been. It's not Georgia.
It is Georgia.
It is Georgia. That's what I was thinking. Maybe Georgia.
Think it's TCU, but it's Georgia. I forgot that Tarkenton.
Well, see, because for some reason I felt like he went to college and also played in a purple jersey before he was with Minnesota, but I guess not.
Yep. And he actually started with the Giants. I want to say he won an NFL title with the Giants, but I could be wrong about
I was thinking Georgia, but I could not remember if they were actually one of the founding members, because I was thinking that they were. It was Georgia Tech was a member, but Georgia wasn't. They were with them.
Tulane and all that, which those two should have never left.
Yeah, boy, I would say look how dumb they look now.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, that was a fun one here today on X Sports Today. So for Taylor, Michael, and myself, we will see you guys later.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.